Anyone wondering why I have two microphones? It's not because I'm going to speak twice as loud. It was very well thought out redundancy. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to talk about climate. And I'm going to talk specifically about the opportunities at the frontier of climate positive growth. We're here at a technology conference in Nairobi, talking about the potential of technology in different ways. I see innovators, I see investors, I see enablers. And we're living in a very complicated moment. If I'm looking around, I'm seeing a lot of stressed out people. And so I will try and give you a sense of why I am excited about climate and climate technology as one of the biggest opportunities to both create value and transform lives that's available to us today. I will make the argument that we are lucky to be in this moment, in this location on the planet at this moment. And hopefully, I will leave you all with a few ideas on how to think about technology, not narrowly defined. For a long time, I know tech in Africa was confined to bits, not atoms. It was all about the latest and newest fintech. But that the broader definition of technological innovation on the continent is a space where the climate battle for the planet will be won or lost. So let's go in. And by the way, my own, just by way of a little bit of context, I've spent 20-something years, more than 20, very kind, struggling with the question of how do you create jobs and economic opportunity on the continent. And 5 years ago, I became convinced that the big opportunity facing us was in the climate space. And so what we're doing now is investing in and building a generation of companies that we believe have the potential to be world leaders in aspects of the global economy that will only grow as we respond to the climate crisis. So that's who I am, where I'm coming from, what African Climate Ventures is. Let's get into the meat of the conversation. Or not. There we go. When we talk about the climate in Africa, many of you may have heard me talk about this before, will have heard me allude to the fact that very often our conversation about climate in Africa is about her, right? She is a farmer, a woman trying to raise a family affected by climate change that does not look like a fertile and green landscape behind her, trying to eke out a living in the hot sun, facing climatic conditions that she did not create, but she is bearing the brunt of. And the conversation ends up being about what do we need to do for her to address her challenges because the rest of the world has prospered from emitting and fossil fuels, leaving her behind. The villagers on near the Lake Turkana wind farm are another example that you just saw. There's a whole range of these images out there. And they are correct, they are true, they are a part of the story. It is not the part of the story that I'll be most focused on today. Because I think there's a different part of the story and a different way to think about Africa in the climate discussion that is sometimes overpowered by the narrative of Africa not causing climate change and bearing the brunt of it. And that is the fact that Africa is crucial to any realistic chance the world has of staying within manageable bounds for the climate. Right? If you read all the scientific reports, we need to do three things as a human species this century. In the 21st century, we need to do three things if we're going to get to the 22nd century. The first one is we need to preserve and expand natural carbon sinks. This one, no one has any trouble seeing how